Well, hi guys. It's Friday, so it means that I've been in Malta exactly 3 weeks today. It's been exciting. It's been challenging. I told you when we started that I was going to tell you the uh, both the good and the bad. So there is definitely some great upsides, and I'm working through some of the challenges of living remote in a different country. Still trying to get the long-term visa straightened out. A major step was made yesterday with the one of the major documents I have to get, and I'm using a friend. In fact, she'll be probably watching this video, helping me to get some of the paperwork that needs to be done that I can't get done here in the country, back in the United States, taken care of. I'm really thankful for her efforts in getting me what I need to get. Uh, yeah, as you can see, I'm here on my patio. Behind me, I don't know how much of it you're actually seeing, but when I compared this to what it was like 3 months ago, where that bay was completely usually empty, there are boats galore. So it's hopping as far as people tying up and spending the time here in the Arwa area. Um, I've got some things planned, and one of the things is I will take you guys to. It's coming up on Sunday. I'm going to Marslak. Marslak is a port, one of the oldest ports, in fact, of Malta. It's on the southern side, and is most accessible from the middle of the Mediterranean. Um, so every Sunday they have a fish market, and it starts when the fishermen get back with their morning catches. They open up stalls to sell their fresh fish. They say sell out by 10 o'clock. I'm hoping to get there about 8:45. Not that I'm planning to buy any fish, but I just wanted to see the market in its full glory. They also sell other things, trinkets and Maltese things for the tourists. It's not just fish, but it's a variety of things that you can buy there. So it's going to be fun. I'm not going alone. I'm going with some friends that I've met here. I met them it's a meet and greet for Americans in Malta, and I lucked out. I mean, they're a wonderful couple. She's from England. He's American. They've been here, I think, about 5 years now, 6 years. They are immensely helpful in answering questions for me about how things work. One of the things I can talk about is that out of 7 days of the week, 6 days of the week are trash days, but it depends on the day of the week, what type of trash you put out. And we don't have big trash cans. We put them in plastic bags. The bags are different colors, which explains what type of trash it is. So 3 days a week, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you throw out your organics. So that's food scraps and things like that. And they're in a sort of a cream color or a light green bag. Then on Tuesdays and Saturdays are the mixed recyclables, things that aren't just straight paper and cardboard and things like that, but they're the plastic things that really can't be recycled totally, that need to basically be burnt and disposed of that way. And then on Thursdays is cardboard and recyclable paper. That's clean paper and that can be recycled, and cardboard that can be recycled. And that's it. I mean, as I say, depends on the day of the week, what color bag and what type of trash you throw out. But 6 out of the 7, the Sunday is a day that there's no trash pickup. So that's I'm learning. That was not as easy. Oh, there's also 2 days of the week, and I don't know which day it is. I think it might be a Saturday, but I have to look that up. Is when you throw out jars, glass jars. And they need to be put into cardboard boxes. They can't be just thrown into a bag and things like that because they could break. So the idea is to get the glass back in its original size and shape without it being, broken glass. So that's what I've learned on that. I have a favorite restaurant here, which unfortunately probably isn't the healthiest for me, but it's called Southern Fried Chicken. It's about a 15-minute walk from here. It's right by the bus depot in Bujiba, or Bujiba. I think it's the way it's pronounced, Bujiba. I go there a lot. They not only have chicken, they also have hamburgers, and they have chicken sandwiches and wraps and things like that. And I usually try not to have as much as far as fries go. I'm trying to be good about that. They have some excellent coleslaw, and I thought I would. It's very creamy. I mean, overly creamy, in fact, a little bit. So I thought, oh, okay, let's try an experiment. So I bought 3 of the containers, which are tiny, which are individual containers. It's not like it's a quart or anything like that. Individual containers. And then I went to Welby's, which is a grocery store, and I bought a bag of coleslaw, and then brought it back and basically took a third of the bag and put one of the containers and mixed it all up, so that the sauce or the juice or the mayonnaise-ish thing of their container gets mixed into the raw coleslaw, and it came out outstandingly great. I mean, a large amount of coleslaw with the right amount of the mayonnaise dressing, that's what it is, dressing, together. So I've had that multiple times with whatever meal I'm making. I tried for the first time making fried chicken, not fried chicken, but air fried chicken, and it was good. However, again, I don't have everything that I used to have, starting from scratch. So I don't have Lowry's seasoning salt, what I used to use a lot on, and other types of seasoning for the chicken. So the chicken was fairly bland with just salt. That's the only spice I had until yesterday when I went and bought at Iceland, which is another type of grocery store, different flavors of seasoning. So I'm hoping that when I have it again, it'll be better. The other thing was, I don't have aluminum foil like I had back at home, or little aluminum plates that I could use inside the air fryer. So I had to do a complete cleanup because it dripped onto the bottom of the pans inside the air fryer. So again, just the little things that I don't have that I used to have that makes it a little bit more challenging to do. Weighing in my mind whether I should just go out and buy chicken dinners and or whether I make it myself and things like that. So it's those type of things that are sort of a little challenging. Today is, as I say, Friday the 6th of June. I'm waiting on a shipment, which I was told would be delivered today. It will have my IKEA desk. So I need to probably put that together, and I will have a desk in the office bedroom to be able to start doing stuff there rather than on the kitchen counter. So we'll see how that all plays out. Another thing that happened this week was I got notified by UPS that they have given up in search of my computer, which somehow never made it to here in Malta. And I received a payment equal to what I spent to ship it, plus the amount that I insured it for. So unfortunately, I will never see my old computer again, and that's sad in a way. But as I say, at least I have money now to buy a new computer when that time comes. I'm still waiting for, which was supposed to be delivered yesterday, my robot vacuum scrubber. It got delayed a week, so rather than being yesterday, it's going to be next Thursday. Again, that's one of the downsides of being here in Malta, is that it's an island that has really no space for warehousing. So therefore, companies don't store anything here. When you order it, it's coming from wherever it's being manufactured, and obviously it's not being manufactured here in Malta. So it's coming from what other country that it comes from. So it takes a while to get here, and usually gets delayed. I was told by my friends that if it says it's going to be here on a certain day, don't expect it to be there that day, because you'll just be disappointed when it doesn't show up. So that's the story about my robotic vacuum. I'm looking, the floor is getting a little bit more dirty than I'd like it to be, but I have no way to actually vacuum. Though, again, my friend said I could come over to their house and get their vacuum, bring it here, vacuum, and they'd be happy for me to be able to do that. So, but at this point, I keep waiting for my stuff to show up. I also ordered, which is supposedly will be here sometime next week, which again will probably get delayed, but some IKEA bookshelves to put in either side of the sofa, just so that I have not necessarily a lot of books I want to put up, but I have things that I want to be able to put up when they actually arrive on that ship, which is another thing I can talk about. The ship information was forwarded to me. It will be put on a ship. The container now is full. It leaves the port in Los Angeles on the 19th. No, excuse me, the 17th. The 17th of June, and is due to its destination, which is not Malta, but in the EU, a month and 2 days later. So the 19th of July, 19th, wait a minute, 19th of July, right? It's due in the Scandinavian country. I think it's coming into Amsterdam, possibly, or Rotterdam, I don't know. But then it clears customs there and then gets trucked through the middle of Europe to Italy, and then put on a ferry and ends up here in Malta. I'm expecting sometime around, hopefully, the second week of August. It'll be nice to have my boxes back. Again, people warn me of what I will see as far as how much damage things will have gotten in transit, and there is no insurance for that, because I packed them myself. So it will be what it is. But there are things that I don't really. There are things that I care about, but at the same time, it's hard to screw up a pot or things like those type of things, and we'll see what actually arrives when it arrives. Okay, so again, Sunday we're going to go to Marsaslok, to the fish market, see that. Sunday also, though I won't be visiting this, I will be going to the old terminal at the airport, and picking up the remains of my wife. They're flying in, and I will be able to have them here with me. So that's bittersweet, but as I say, we'll be reunited. Um, Going with my friends that I talked to you about. And then later in the afternoon, there's a standing Sunday activity, which is at a chocolate factory here in Bujava, in which they play trivia pursuit type of activities. There's a contest for trivia, different topics of trivia, and then there's some card games where you can win money for your charities that you choose. So that's a standing Sunday activity in the afternoon. I will look forward to it now. It's fun. And then the group is going to go, them and another couple that I was introduced to, and a friend of theirs who recently, about a year ago, lost her husband. And I are going to go to Gozo, the island of Gozo, in about 2 weeks. And then we've been talking about also taking the ferry and going to Sicily as a possible event to see. So lots of fun things in the plans. I'm really having a good time here, as I say, working through some of the challenges, which are just minor. Getting used to another country, things that are a little slower, a little more, not, you want it, you go on Amazon, it gets delivered either that afternoon or the next day at the latest. It's not like that here, so it's the way it is. But again, you can see behind me how beautiful it is, and what I'll do is I'll end this by picking you up and then taking you over and letting you see the full harbor. Okay, so can take you outside. I had to cool it down. The camera got too hot and turned itself off because of the temperature. So I took it back in the house and let it cool down. As I say, look at the boats. It's amazing what you're going to see. So starting all the way down in the channel, there are boats there. And then you come down to the dock that is right below basically the house, with a sunbather and some people over there that are at the boat ramp. And then I don't know what that is. This flat thing that has like these foot holes or whatever. I don't know what that is. I've never seen it go out, but it disappears and then it comes back again. So somehow it does go out. And then, as you can see across the way, boats beyond belief, all the way across. And you can see over there is where some other people are launching their boats. Over there is another one of the launch ramps where boats get launched. And then again, you can see boats all the way across, tied up. And it's not yet summer. I mean, they say that this place gets really crazy in the July, August timeframe. The temperature will be up another 10 Celsius degrees. And the humidity, unfortunately, will also be up a little bit more. And it'll get a little sticky. And people will want to go into the water more and more to cool off. Though the water gets pretty warm too. Sort of get to the bathtub temperature. But again, all the way down out there. So in a little bit, unfortunately I can't leave until I get notified that the delivery is scheduled and when it will actually be here, because I don't want to miss it. I want that desk. I want to start putting it together, but I also would love to go get some food. So we'll see how that all plays out. It's conceivable I go to one of the, no, that won't work either. I was thinking going to one of the local restaurants, and then, they're supposed to give me 15-minute notice. But to try to wrap up my meal and get back here in 15 minutes might be a little challenging. So I think I'm stuck here. Luckily, there's bread and peanut butter and jelly. Can't miss, an opportunity to have a PB&J. And that might be what I ultimately have if I don't get notified that I can actually pick up lunch later and after the delivery gets delivered. Okay, across you can see highway. That highway is obviously the beach highway. It goes around all the way into Schlima, and it's I've taken the bus on it many times. Over this way is the inland route. You go through Malta, and that's where I went a couple days ago. They have a shopping mall and a huge grocery store called Palma, and that's in Malta, or right on the outsides of Malta. So that's that way. Also, in this direction, there are two different fireworks companies that manufacture fireworks, and they test their creations almost every night between 8:30 and 10. So I get to watch aerial fireworks as they try out their new designs and see how to modify or pack them differently to do different things. So it's pretty cool doing that and seeing that. So especially from the jacuzzi, which is up on the next level up. And I'm laying it or sitting in it, sitting in it usually. The laying part, it's too low to be able to see the fireworks, but sitting in it, I get to watch the fireworks. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I want to drop you off. Have a great one. Thanks for watching. As I say, this is the third installment of Living in Malta. As I say, it's a great country, not without its challenges, but at the same time, I'm having a much better life than I would be if I was back in Orange County. I don't know what else to say, is that I'm glad I'm here. So, okay, take care, guys.